Why the crazy making? He is really good at making me doubt myself, and it's so hard to reconcile what I know. Crazy making is so that he's in control over you. That's it. He's just in control over you. You're subservient to him. He feels superior to you. Like all of those aspects. Why they want attention from people? I think a lot of people just want attention from people in general, like even non-narcissistic. Like people want validation, people want attention. Narcissists have that exponentially even more so. Feels amazing not to have the stress of energy. 100%. Wrote a book about experience and journaled. That's really cool. Why did that? Oh, Instagram, I like scrolled up and it like stopped the comments. How do you accept the reality that someone you love is that way when you married? So what you need to be able to look at is just the facts and walk through what are the actual like legitimate facts of the situation. That's the only thing that's going to set you free. How does this person actually demonstrate? How does this person actually show up? So there's a piece of radical acceptance of being like, okay, like I need to be able to accept this, and you need to walk through this is what the facts. This is like what's actually going on. Can we talk? Yeah, you can shoot me a message. I do a lot of one-on-ones at www.rawmotivation.com. Would love to be able to help you out. I'm the sole provider in the home. He has no job and continues to degrade me. Why? Kayla, that's because you're the sole provider. So because he's not actually showing up as a man, and he's not actually willing to actually learn how to produce. So what he's doing is he's putting you down so he feels better about himself. Okay? You're a diagnosed narcissist. Yes. Welcome to the channel. Does your wife have social media? Yes, she does have social media, but she doesn't talk about narcissism because the majority of people start attacking her for still being with a narcissist, even though I am not showing up in that same abusive way. But feel great to be able to check out our podcast. You can go and you can look at it. It's called Trauma, Drama, and Life. You can hear from both of us. We've done 2 seasons so far. We're working on scripting out some of the 3rd season. They'll be coming out a little bit later this year. Your perspective is so appreciated. Now I could stop getting reeled back in this trauma bond. Yeah, his kids are so important to me and really hard to go no contact. Totally get that. Totally get that. A lot of people are struggling with that piece of it. The hard part is like you have to focus on your growth because that's the only thing you can change. You can't change them. You can't fix them. You can't help them if you don't have that access. If you don't have like actual like custody, you can't really do much, unfortunately. Why did you feel like he was an okay person for so many years, just okay, but now the narcissism is crazy? Like he seemed okay and then he got like crazy. A lot of times it might be like covert where it starts to come out more. Sometimes it's like you weren't used to it. You didn't actually see it. You didn't have the awareness to it. What happens if I just gray rock him to the whole marriage? The kids are 18. I would just be careful. Make sure first that you have a good parenting agreement and that you have a good communication agreement and that the gray rocking doesn't look abusive or accelerate the abuse. Gray rocking, normally say, only works 50% of the time. So just be careful. Now, if you're already like finalized with divorce, custody, you have like agreements and everything in place, then yeah, 100%. But going into it before, make sure you're careful of that. Broke no contact when the narcissist reached out in the hospital ICU. He's back in and ghosting the kids since out. Yeah, because he just used that to leverage it. How can an empath help a covert narcissist? Leave. Like, if you're in a romantic relationship and you think you can fix the other person, you're just bullshitting yourself. Like, at the end of the day, like, you're trying to change someone that if they're not willing to actually understand what's going on, if they're not willing to be honest, there is nothing you can do. Like, people look at me and they're like, oh, well, there's hope because there's a narcissist on here. Like, no, I'm saying, like, if you don't see someone who has honesty, vulnerability, and consistent change, you need to leave because you're not in a relationship. Okay? Like, if this person is not willing to be honest, stop thinking you can help them. Stop thinking that you can make them better. The majority of the time when you're with a toxic person and you're trying to help them, you're just giving them supply and you're further enabling toxic behavior. Okay? No contact, just email for the kids. Good. That's awesome. Gray rocking is short, non-reactive responses. Using that before you go into divorce, though, can be really tricky. So we normally say use the BIF method, brief, informative, friendly, and firm, so that it looks better going into the court system, because the judge and them don't normally focus or notice anything about narcissism or emotional abuse, so it doesn't really count. So they only look at gray rocking and they'll be like, oh, this person seems abusive because they're not really communicating. So be careful that going into that. Is it true that narcissists get worse as they get older? Yeah, they typically do. He's hoovering me back after he says, I don't want you. And again, the circle, I don't give reaction to Gray Rock him, but then he stopped, or what reaction he wants from me. So he did stop, or if he stopped, then that's good. Then that's part of like you actually winning the aspect of hoovering. Then you need to actually break free. You need to block, ghost, go no contact so that they can't hoover. Like the majority of the time a narcissist keeps hoovering because you keep opening the door. Okay? Clarity challenges help me file and sue my ex-narcissist. Jennifer, that's awesome. Be careful of reactive abuse. Yeah, 100%. Awesome. Well, hopefully this helped. It's just like a quick Q&A and kind of like talking through a couple things. If you guys want to start off just anywhere in your journey, like I just need to understand this, need to figure out where I'm actually going. You can go to escapetoxicity.com. You can click the link in any of the bios for a $7 challenge for 7 days. Or if you want to start talking to me and help in a more accelerated route where we actually work with people one-on-one inside of our Thriver community, helping them maximize, giving them like access to everything, access to me 24/7 as far as like text or like doing one-on-ones, like that's all built into our Thriver community. If you want to talk about that, you can go to rawmotivations.com. www.rawmotivations.com. Click on the one-on-ones. Would love to be able to work with you. There's an application right there. You can actually apply. You can start working through that process to see, hey, is this going to be a good fit? Is this something that I want to be able to do? We work with a lot of people every single day to get them free. Like if you're in the place where you're struggling with the trauma bond, you're struggling with the rumination, you're struggling with the intrusive thoughts, when you're struggling with constantly getting triggered, not knowing how to be able to process those things, that's what we work with. That's what we help. Biggest like caveat I would put is like, don't come if you don't actually want the healing. Okay? I'm not saying that in a mean way. I'm just saying like we don't have time to work with people that just want quick fixes. Okay? Your healing is not a quick fix and you shouldn't just view your healing lightly. If you actually want to invest in your time, your energy of like saying, I'm going to actually put in the work and do this, show up. If not, we're not the place for you. Okay, but we do help people maximize and accelerate who they are through a healing journey that changes into a growth mindset as people continue to maximize who they're called to be and learning how to stand as beacon of light to be able to help lead their kids, their family, their friends, their coworkers to be people that are able to move forward and become the best version of themselves. Okay? So, if you want to reach out, you can go to www.rawmotivation.com. We'd love to talk to you guys there. There's a place where you can apply or schedule a one-on-one, and we can go from there. Thank you all so much, and we'll see you guys next time. Again, if you want to be able to talk to me one-on-one, www.rawmotivation.com. You can start your healing journey going into escapetoxicity.com. The link on any of the bio, $7 challenge for 7 days. Thank you guys so much, and y'all have a fantastic day. Stay safe, stay narc-free,